Who can recover? And this is the great thing about it. And if you just remember, almost anybody can recover under this oil spill. Just about anybody. When you were mentioning it's the first 200 feet, I saw some of my friends' ears perk up back there. That means the entire county's tax base, is lost wherever you are, this municipality, just from real property. But it goes on very, very, very broad under the OPA. I think much broader than what many of the state laws would allow. Earning capacity is a term that's used, and you don't see that all the time in business interruption claims. Earning capacity is a lot broader than lost profits, and I'd suggest you can drive a truck through that particular term. It hasn't been litigated a lot, but it's a different term than just lost profits because you're talking about the capacity to earn money for a business. You hear this term legitimate claim, and this is extraordinarily important, and it really gets down to the nuts and bolts of what I'm going to suggest that the practitioners should be doing right now with respect to getting your clients' claims up. If you've actually signed your people up, you have an obligation. The law, the OPA, anticipates that there's going to be short-term, interim, and then final payments. It says that exactly in the CFRs. They are expected to do this. The Coast Guard's been all over them, and it's one of the reasons why I thought the president had pushed for Mr. Feinberg to take over, because BP wasn't doing this whatsoever. Instead, they were giving a minor amount of money. And to get a legitimate claim, really what they're talking about, they are intimately concerned about fraud. Okay? It's like giving stuff to the IRS. These claims adjusters, the accountants who they will eventually hire, and there are some defense insurance company accountants that are in here. I saw them. They're hoping they're going to get retained. I go against you guys, and I hope you do get retained. But they are intimately concerned about fraud. And so how do you take care of that? It's got to be verifiable. With all due respect to John, you're going to verify what John's got. It'll have backup after backup where people can go to take a look at. It's like performing an audit, so that no matter where they go to, you can see exactly where these numbers are coming from. You will have experts. My God, since the OPA pays for your experts to determine the amount of the loss, why aren't you out there and hiring a bundle of experts to ascertain the amount of the loss? And I disagree with what somebody said out there. It's not to demonstrate the amount of loss. As a matter of fact, the CFR specifically says it's not to help the attorneys demonstrate the amount of loss. They won't pay for that. In your contracts, it ought to say, these are the hours and the reasonable amounts and the people that we hired to ascertain the claimant's amount of the loss. And they will pay you back for that as you go along.